So I wanted to come and have a conversation with all of you, and I'll change the title later. Let's go live here. Connecting on Instagram as well. And I love the fact that I am able to be on all of these platforms. Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Sonja Stribling. Haven't been live in a long time, but I wanted to go live today. I'm here in Atlanta and it is storming really bad outside. And so it was just one of those days that I wanted to share. So as you're coming in, if you can go ahead and say your name and the state in which you're hailing from, or the city, or whichever one works best for you, that would be greatly appreciated. And I want to kind of talk today, and I even attempted to add LinkedIn. Let's see if LinkedIn's going to let me. Be great, because I believe this conversation that I'm having for all of you, especially women, men, you're welcome to join in, but I want to really have a conversation with my sisters. And when I mean sisters, I mean women that are out here in this life, really wanting to have a fulfilled life. Some of you are in business, some of you are wanting to be in business, but I want to talk about not knowing your purpose what it's costing you. And I think about this because I just ended a 5-day event that I had, right? And I wanted to really talk through this purpose aspect of it. So let me kind of preference what I mean by all of this. So I have Instagram, so you'll see me look away. I have Instagram on a separate one because Instagram won't let me be great on this platform that I use, but I'm going to make sure I record it separate for those of you that are out there. Not knowing your purpose, what it's costing you. And I've seen over, I would say, January of this year, as I've went through this process of really wanting to shed light on this coaching and speaking platform that is out there, especially for women, and for us to be able to use our voice and take up space and really learning what our true purpose is and our calling. And what I am seeing, if I may, I am seeing a lot of women that are out there who have no idea what it is that they're being called to do. None. I mean, absolutely none. And they're just allowing life to happen. So I wanted to kind of shed some light, take a few minutes to kind of share. Nothing really deep or anything like that per se. That's not the plan. But it's just really talk about those of you that are out there that don't know your purpose. What is it costing you? Can we just talk about that in itself? What is not knowing your purpose costing you? And what I realized that especially happening in this year of 2021 for women, those that are out there just recklessly at the wheel. Can I say that? And I don't mean recklessly, you're driving all over the place. You have no idea where you're going. We're just living out our life. And matter of fact, some of us are just living it out and allowing others to kind of dictate how we live our life. Society is telling us that we should be married, or we should be single, or we should do this and we should do that, and we should be doing it this way, we should look this way, and all of that. But one thing the society and people are not talking about is you living out your purpose. Now, some of you are coming in right now. It's great. I'm going to try to go through this very quickly, as quick as possible. But I really want to talk to you about, do you know, or ask the question, do you know what your purpose is in life? And I'll be honest, your purpose is not just being married, having a husband, having kids, taking care of family members, and just taking care. I'm going to say this very nicely as much as I can. Your purpose in life is not just taking care of everybody else and excluding yourself. Yes, thank you for the hearts. I greatly appreciate it. Your purpose in life is not you just taking care of everybody else. So let me pause for a second, then I'll go through a couple of things. What I realized as far as women, we have been trained as little girls. They give us baby dolls so we can take care of the baby doll. They give us other things where we can take care of everything. But very few of us come from families where they teach you per se to take care of yourself. I'm just thinking about it, like, honestly, I see little girls in their little buggy, pushing a little stroller with the baby doll in there. They're teaching us at a very young age to take care of everybody else. But many are not teaching us how to take care of ourselves. And many are not having a conversation with the younger generation about, like, what is your true purpose is in life. And as I think back to it, and I was sitting here taking notes, and I wanted to talk about it because over, like, last week, I spoke to almost 500 women. and I was talking to them about their purpose and, sharing their voice and things like that. And I quickly realized that, oh my goodness, like many don't have a clue on what it is that they've been called to do. Not one clue other than, oh, I'm supposed to go get a job. Oh, I'm supposed to take care of my husband. I'm supposed to take care of my kids. I'm supposed to take care of everybody. But no one is really sharing, okay, how about you share your voice and your story of what you've been through to be able to help someone else. But at the same time, it helps you. And as I go through this, not knowing your purpose is costing you. And let's go through maybe 3 or 4 things. Can I do that today? Number 1, you not knowing your purpose and you out there just, I call it paying attention or not paying attention at the wheel. Have you ever been driving somewhere? And I've done this a couple of times. I'm such in this like focus, thinking about whatever, thinking about dinner, thinking about what I have to do with a client, thinking about an event that's coming up. And I get home and I can't remember anything of what I passed, how I got here, and I'm pulling up in the driveway. I'm like, wow, not paying attention behind the wheel. And I equate that to many of you right now, what you not knowing your purpose in life, what it's costing you, you're sitting at the wheel, not paying attention, and you're allowing other people to really dictate what's happening. Those of you who are coming in, my name is Dr. Sonja Stribling. I am the CEO and founder of Born to Be Powerful Academy, which helps women really focus on having a fulfilled life and a booming business. And right now, I want to talk about the life aspect, because I think even those that are building their life that are building businesses are forgetting about that purpose of what they've been called to do. And many of you are just driving at the wheel right now. You're just driving, and you have no idea where you're going. And people are saying, turn right, and you're turning right. And that is not even the direction that you're supposed to be going in. Not knowing your purpose is costing you. And the number one thing it is costing you is opportunity for your future. Let me pause just right there for a minute. I've been away for a minute because some are coming in like, who are you to tell us what is costing us and all of that? Because it cost me a lot. And even at 50 years old, I've learned more about who I am, what I've been called to do. And I was in my 40s. And so I can only imagine that how many that are out there that are listening to this video, that are sharing it. Thank you for sharing it for someone who needs to hear it. You not knowing your purpose in life is costing you. Number 1 is opportunities for your future. Not knowing what you've been called to do, who you've been called to serve, other than just, when I say serve, I mean helping other people get there, but it helps you at the same time. And it is a great honor to be a mother. It is a great honor and pleasure to be a wife, but that should not be the only reason, as I see it, that we walk this face of this earth. It's just not. And as I go and think, and there's so many women that I meet that are in their 30s, in their 40s, 50s, and even in their 60s, they're still trying to figure out what if I've been called to do, because they don't know. Not knowing your purpose is costing you the opportunity to do more. And when I say the opportunity to do more, 1, for you to have a better life. I do not care what the government is doing at this very moment, what they're experiencing, what majority of the world experiencing. You don't have to go down that road. You don't have to, number one, sit back and wait on a stimulus check to change your future for a short, hot moment. It's like a quickie. It's only going to last for a minute, especially if you don't put it somewhere where you can invest and do something even more. Yeah, I called it a quickie for sure, because that's exactly what it is. It's going to be here 1 minute. It's great pleasure. Bam, it's gone. Not knowing your purpose is costing you the opportunities for you to have a fulfilled life. Not knowing your purpose, part 2 of that, is costing you that business that you've been thinking about. Whatever it is, whether it's a brick and mortar, you're a fitness trainer, or you want to be a life coach, a relationship coach, whatever it is, you not knowing your purpose, because you will not know what you've been called in this life till you understand what your purpose is. That's a fact. And those of you who don't know what your purpose is, and if you don't know what your purpose is in right now, this is what's truly happening to you. You're frustrated, you're confused, you're very lost in the sauce, as I call it, out there in this world, not knowing your purpose. And I know somebody's going to ask me how. Just listen to my words and then we'll get to the how. Let's talk about you not knowing. Are you in that place where you don't know what your true purpose is in life? And someone's going to say, well, do you believe everybody has a purpose? I do. I really do. but I believe there's a small percentage that actually walk this thing out of not this knowing what it is that they've been called to do. And then when you know, it's like I feel like it's like the heavens open and you have all these open doors that you have the opportunity to walk through. And a lot of doors are closed to women because they don't know what their purpose is in life. Well, how do I know? We'll get to that in a few minutes. But right now, just not knowing is costing you a lot, which is the next level life that you want. I say a fulfilled life and that business. I can just remember the moment and someone asked me this over the last 5 days that I did the boot camp. And again, it was almost 500 women in there. And I was sitting back thinking with the almost 200 that were in the VIP when someone asked me, when was the moment you knew? And I always go back, and it was that moment where I was sitting on the couch where I wanted to take my own life. Like literally, this is real talk. This is not something I'm making up. And I'm just like, oh, this is something just to talk about. It feels great. Me not knowing my purpose. I had served in the military for 21 years, highly decorated, done so many amazing things. 3 beautiful children, had been married for 18 years, when I was then divorced. And I was still trying to figure out, like, something was missing. Anybody just talk to me, talk back to me. Have you ever felt or even feel like right now something's missing? Like something, I know I'm talking to women, but I know there are men that feel this way. I just know that my heart goes out to women because we sit just aimlessly driving behind the wheel and not knowing where we're going. You just feel like there's more. There's gotta be more than what I've been dealt. The hand that I've been dealt, this is not the hand that I want. Right? Somebody said, that's me. There's got to be more in life than this. There's got to be more than just going to work, working for somebody I really don't like, working around people I just despise, going to a job that I hate, that is not paying me my worth. I come home and I repeat it. I come home, I'm not happy. I'm just not living that fulfilled life. And you know that there's more. And if you don't know, oh, my dear Houston, we have a problem. We have a problem if you don't know what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Again, I believe all of us have a calling, but very few answer the calling and even know what a calling is. We talk about it. It sounds great, especially women of faith. Excuse me. It sounds great, but we have no clue in this. And so not knowing your purpose is costing you that life that you want. And I'll say this. I can't even describe it. But I can also remember when I didn't have that feeling where I just sat there and I just felt empty in my life. I was just living. I was in my almost 40 years old. And I'm like, man, there's got to be more to this. I know that there's more. There's got to be a happier place that is out there. And some people, oh, I want money. I want this. How about let's get some peace and happiness first? How about that? Just being peaceful, at peace with life and what it is that you want. And again, not knowing your purpose is costing you the life that you want. Many of us right now are living the life that we really don't want to live. Let's be honest. You are really right now not happy. Before COVID, right? Even before any of that. And we could tell there's some very disgruntled, unhappy people out there. You can tell by their posts. They always have something negative to say. When I see that, I know they don't have a purpose in life. I know they don't. They don't have a purpose at all. Like somebody's trying to call me. Really? Like right now? Like while I'm on this live? Let's make sure it goes back. Did it just cut me off? It was paused. I'm sorry, y'all. Somebody's trying to call in here. So if you don't know and you're going through this life, and there's another thing, get behind the wheel is what I was going to say. Dr. Joy, get behind the wheel. And when I say, because somebody else is driving, like somebody else is driving your vehicle, taking you down a road to where you don't want to go, you have to be in complete control over what it is that you want. Those of us that are living out our true purpose, understand what our calling is in life and all of that, I know I'm in complete control over what it is that I want, and even more so what it is that I don't want. So if you're unhappy, and before I got interrupted here, somebody was trying to call, I was saying that there are people that are not happy and they're sitting around, they're disgruntled, you notice them, and maybe you're them, I don't know. You always have something negative to say, always. There's never anything positive, never. And you just sit like, man, I always realize now what is happening in their life. And I know without a shadow of a doubt, any person that has something derogatory to say, that always have a negative comment, always in someone else's business, trying to tell people how they live and all of that, they don't have a life. Definitely not focusing on their own. They're focusing on somebody else's. And so not knowing your purpose is costing you. Not knowing your purpose is costing you. It's costing you the life that you want. It's costing you the life. And this is the part that really got me, and I'll be done. Not knowing your purpose is costing you not just your life, but the lives of the children that you have. Because they are watching everything that we do. They're watching how you handle money. They're watching how you handle relationships. They're watching how you handle pressure and stress. They're watching how you handle disputes and arguments. They're watching everything. And so someone said, Dr. Sonja, don't you think that's a little extreme? No, it's not. Our children are watching, and we don't think they're watching. They're paying attention more than you know. And for me, if I had a daughter, I don't have a daughter, I don't have a granddaughter, I don't have any of that. I have friends, I have girlfriends that have daughters. I have 3 amazing sons. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that they're watching. And they have been watching for many years. I know the baby got the opportunity to see. He got the chance to see when I was going through the depression. He didn't really know what was going on, but I made a decision that I don't want him to emulate what he sees. I don't want him to go through that. And I definitely didn't want him to have to experience a parent that took their own life. And this is just real talk for all of you that are here, that some of you are now living in your purpose. You walk around every day like a zombie. I call it a dead woman walking, because you don't know what your purpose is. And because you don't know what your purpose is, you don't know how to react to life. You don't know what it is that you're supposed to be doing. You go from one job to the next job to the next job, or you go in this job where you really don't want to work, instead of just taking a step back, like, what is it that I've been called to do? Outside of bearing children, outside of taking care of my spouse, boyfriend, whomever, lover, whatever it is. What is it that you've been called to do? And I'm not here to tell you what that is. I'm here to really poke at the fact that you don't. He's like, did you just say poke? I did. And poke and make you start thinking about that we got to do better. As a community of women, we've got to do better. We are humans that can carry another life in our body. Let me say that one more time, because I don't think we understand. As a woman, we have the power for another human to grow within our body, and we still don't know what our purpose is. Like, just think about it just for a moment. Just humor me and think about that. And we're still trying to figure out what type of life we want at 40 years old and even at 50. And we have the power to give birth or carry another human being in our bodies, and we still don't know what it is that we want. We still are frustrated about not living the life that we want. We're still not behind the wheel, and we're allowing someone else to drive for us. I'm sorry. It should not be like that, ladies. Not at all. Not at all. And so I just came today to just kind of share with someone about this, when I remember reading the book Purpose Driven Life, but I get to live it now. And I'm going to challenge many of you to live a purpose-driven life. What does that look like for you? It looks like you get to make the decisions of how life works out for you. Not your mama, not your grandmother, not your friends, not, whomever. You get to decide. That's where the power is, when you get to decide the life that you want. I sit back and think about where I came from. People counted me out. And truth be told, I counted myself out. I didn't really understand, but I didn't have that person in front of me saying, okay, hey, my mom did the very best that she could. Bless her soul. She did the very best that she could. And I had to learn, like many of us, the hard way. We've been through, for me, the background that I come from wasn't so great. And I get to look now when folks say, oh, you were a statistic at 15 years old when you had your child. Oh, you were a statistic when you were 17 because you were raped. On the 2 out of 3 women are touched inappropriately or experience rape throughout their life. And many of us get stuck in that previous life that we had. And we're not driving and we're not behind the wheel. And I just wanted to come to talk to somebody about just being stuck in life. I realized something, and I'm realizing even the more. I'm watching and around a lot of celebrities, and I'll just say this, and we think that they live a different life. The only difference, they live a more public life than we do. They live a more public life. They may have, more income or revenue or something in their lives or whatever the case may be, but they still have a life. And many of them don't have a purpose. For sure, they don't know their purpose. They're a singer. Okay, that's great. Well, what's your purpose? Right? I sing. Okay, bring light to people. What is your purpose? And so what I'm asking all of you, what is your purpose? And you don't have to be a celebrity to have a purpose in life. You don't have to be on the main screen in a big stage, be an actress or an actor or whatever to have some type of influence in life. Start in your household. Start with you, because children are watching, people are watching, and you don't think that they're watching. Just who are you without the cameras on you? Because it's a matter of one turn that you're on the main screen and a camera's in your face and you have to live life out loud. You get to hide now. You really do. But my biggest question that I just want to know, somebody talk to me. I'll go through the comments and read all of that. What is your purpose? And I need you to know, not knowing what your purpose is costing you. It's costing you your life. It's costing you your children's lives, because they are watching you, lady. They are watching everything you do. If you don't want them, and I hear it all the time, I don't want my daughter to have the same life. Well, stop doing what you do. Stop living the life that you live, and she won't emulate it. She won't. I don't want my daughter to dress like this. Well, you dress like that. Why was she not? She's emulating what she sees mom do. I don't want her, to have this job, but she sees you work 3 and 4 jobs. And so she thinks she has to work 3 and 4 jobs just to get by. How about we start learning, ladies, what is our true purpose in life? What is it? So your homework, I'm giving homework to total strangers. You don't know who I am. Why would you even do this? Because if you're in a place right now and you don't know what your purpose is, you're not happy, you're not fulfilled, you're not doing the things that you want to do, you don't have the freedom that you want, you, my dear, need to find purpose. That's how you can tell. If you're frustrated, you're angry, you're having a poverty mindset, you're stricken by lack, that's all you think about is lack, you truly do not have a purpose in life. You say you do, but I see no fruit. I see a bare, empty tree that is like withering away. Leaves, it's almost summertime and you have no leaves at all. And you're blaming everybody else for the life that you live. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. It is not anybody else's fault but yours. And it's not even me pointing a finger and says your fault that you're living the life that you live, but it really is. You have the responsibility and a decision to decide what type of life it is that you want. You get to pick and choose. I know this is like a hard, like bam, bam, bam in your face, but it's bam, bam, bam in your face because I'm watching like some of the craziest things and some of the meanest, nastiest people blame everybody else. No, baby. As my grandmother would say, no, baby, that's your fault. You don't like your life? Change it. You don't have a purpose in life? Go looking. And how long do you look until you find it? Go look. No more sitting around on your hands, thinking life just going to happen for you. It's not. You live in a fairy tale world. If you think somebody owes you anything, they owe you nothing. And the truth be told, those not knowing their purpose, and what I realized, the more that you are called and the bigger your purpose, the harder your life probably was before this moment. Let me say it one more time. Those of you that are experiencing, a hard life and, some trying times and things are happening, and that's even the more reason that you truly have a purpose in life. You need to know that these things are not just happening because it's just my bad luck. It's just happening to me. Dr. Sonja, you don't want to say, girl, bye. No, ma'am. It doesn't happen that way. Life is happening to you because it's trying to give you a wake-up call, like, hey, pay attention, get behind the wheel, you drive, you're letting your ex-husband drive your car. No, I mean, not literally drive your car. Some of us doing that, but that's not what I'm talking about. You are literally letting your ex, because he left you and your kids, drive the car. And you're sitting on the passenger seat still. There's nobody there, and he is driving it from a distance. He's driving it from a distance. Family members that said you weren't going to be anything, they're driving your car. And you're sitting over there in the back seat, just letting them drive away. I just hate this life that I live because of my family. No, exactly. Get behind the wheel. Where do you want to go? What's the purpose that you want in life? I'll share this, and I promise I'm done, because I was not supposed to be here this long, but I just had to get on because I can feel it. Okay, this is what I was going to say, and go back to my notes to keep me on track. I believe there are 3 types of people in the world. And this is included where you are. You have to decide, where are you right now? And again, we're talking about not knowing your purpose and what it's costing you. There are 3 types of people in the world. There's one, people that are watching things happen. You're just watching things happen, just sitting back like this, like, oh, wow. They doing that? Stimulus checks? Oh, wow, okay. Got to get our shots? Like, I'm not getting my shot. I'm not doing any of that. You're just watching things happen. Throughout your whole life, you have watched things happen. And then there's a second group of people. What happened? Girl, what happened? On social media, what are they talking about? Oh, what is this? They're watching things happen. Like, watching things happen and then asking what's happening. What's happening? What is happening over here? What's going on? And then my favorite. This is my favorite, because I had to learn to be her. Making things happen. Women who understand their purpose in life are making things happen. When they say there's no way, you're figuring out a way to make it happen. Making things happen. Because you understand, nothing gets done unless you get involved. Not in everybody else's life. I'm not talking about you and everybody, you and your kids' life, and you got to be involved and you got to take care of everybody. I'm not talking to you right now. If that's what we're talking about, you're always involved in family matters. Everybody goes to you. You always embed yourself in that, and you can barely take care of yourself. I'm just truly talking about us living our purpose in life. And I don't care what age you are. We should not leave this earth watching things happen or asking what happened. We should leave this earth really in a place of making things happen. And how are you going to do that? I know you ask, well, how do I find my purpose? Start recognizing that you don't have one is number one. Just that simple. How do I recognize? Number one, you know you don't have one. If you're not at peace with your life and you're depending on somebody else to make you happy and peaceful, no, you don't have a purpose. The game changes when you understand what your purpose is. You think differently, you speak differently, and you really get to a place, and I know I've got to that place, I really don't care what other people think. I really don't. Family, friends, I'm the baby. I talked to my sister today. I really don't care what the rest of my family member thinks about me. I don't at all. I care about, because I'm a woman of faith, what does God say about me? There's a song that I love, it's called Living Your Life Like It's Golden. And it says in there, I hope he's proud of me. I hope he is proud of me. I'm not worried about everybody else. That's great. That's just an added blessing. But me knowing my purpose and know what I've been called to do, that in itself gave me complete control over my life. Over my life. What is yours? What is your purpose in life? So your homework, post on here, Instagram, same thing. I'll keep it up. Make sure you post. I would say go over to my Facebook page at I am Dr. Sonja and leave a comment there. Negative, I'm just going to block it. I don't even want to have conversations anymore. It's not even worth it. It's not worth the energy anymore. It's not worth living this life that we live right now. If you were to leave this earth right now, can you go to your grave and know that you lived your life to the fullest? Can you go to your grave, right? Somebody said my birthday party. I don't know what that is. Somebody's in my life. I don't know who it is. Will you go to your grave not knowing what your purpose was in life? I don't see how we live like that. I don't even know how I made it that far, right? And I think back like, man, she was so lost. She was confused. She was angry. She was disappointed. She was hurt. She was frustrated. And I talk to her like she's a third person because she is. I don't recognize her anymore. Because if she shows up again, I will know, like, this is not how life is. You not knowing your purpose is not normal. It is a normalcy because that's how we've been trained, but it's not the way to live. Right? It's just not. So what is your purpose? Yeah, go ahead and post it. What is your purpose in life? What is your true purpose in life? Please don't say, I want to have some kids. I'm not taking that away from anybody. I want to be somebody's wife. Okay, that's great. But what? What else? What else? Society has told us we're a mom and we're a wife. That's it? No, ma'am. I'm not just taking that. That is great. That's a great honor to do all those things. But I know I was worth so much more because even when I had those things, I still was not happy. What is your purpose? And ladies, I'll say this. If you don't know what it is, I want you to search high and low until it finds you. Because when you're looking for it, you'll find what you're looking for. You'll find exactly what you're looking for. And it will stop hiding from you. It'll show up like, whoa, that crazy lady that I heard on there. I never heard of her before. Somebody shared with me. Somebody tagged me in it. Somebody, told me, hey, you need to go listen to her. I don't know who she is. What is she talking about? Why should she talk about that? Because number one, I'm not supposed to be here. I know I wasn't supposed to survive this long. I was not supposed to be this woman that is standing up, speaking out to other women about hiding and making excuses. I know I wasn't. But since I am here, I can say I wasn't, but I was. Because I almost didn't do it. I almost shied away from it. It was too much hard work. It's too much standing up for yourself. It's too much having conversations with people who don't understand what you've been called to do. It's too much. Too much. But since I am here, I might as well tell the truth and just be who I am. At 50, don't care anymore. Don't at all. I get to live this life on purpose. On purpose. Since I am here as a statistic, as when people would say, been bankrupt, lost everything, all of that, you name it, been through it. Abuse, verbal abuse, just all of it. And still here? Oh, I know I had a purpose. And so do you. And so do you. So don't you dare, from this moment on, let somebody else drive your car. Don't you dare from this moment on get in the back seat of your own life or even get on the side. You get in the driver's seat and you decide what it is that you want, how you want it, how fast, how slow, how tall, how dark, whatever it is that you want, you get to pick and choose how you want it. And we're not just going to be survivors. Like I'm so over that word. I'm a survivor of what? Life? How about thriving in life? And I know it's so cliche for us to say it, but we got to get in a place where we are thriving in our lives. And in order for us to do that, we got to know our purpose, our true purpose in life, because it's going to fall. When you start looking for it, it falls in your lap. Get in the driver's seat. Stop letting somebody else drive your car. Now I'll drive you as far as I can. Like now I'll be the driver. You sit over there, but I'm just like, hey, chica, I'm getting out. I'm pulling over. You get in the driver's seat. It's your turn to drive someone else. It's time. Stop playing with your life as if it doesn't mean anything. Stop comparing yourself to what other people and how they feel about you. Who cares? Right? How dare you let somebody else drive something precious, your car, which is you? You get to decide how you want this. And I love when it's just something in my spirit, just like, how dare you downplay who you are? How dare you continue to hide? How dare you just stop believing? How dare you just give up because somebody left you, left us? I don't know what else to say other than get in the driver's seat. We need to be women that are making things happen, not asking what happened and not watching what happened. We need to be making some things happen. If you are not around like-minded women, get around women that are doing something bigger than and that scare you. They're going to pull and push, pull, drag, allow you to get on their back like you're too heavy, but still, it's time. You've been waiting a long time. Man, I can't, I say this, I cannot wait for the world to open back up. Because talking about live events, oh yeah, this is a conversation that we will have. Whether you want to or not, you can hide the haters that are out there, the people that are watching and never really like what I do. You cannot ignore this conversation. Like something you just can't ignore. And I would say, be so good they can't ignore you. Be so good in having a conversation about things that are like, I really don't like her, but man, she was speaking the truth on that. Be so good they can't ignore you. Get in the driver's seat. This is your life. And live life on purpose. My name is Dr. Sonja Stribling. Make sure you follow on all social media platforms. Share this with someone. Tag someone. I don't know who I'm speaking to, but I know there's a group of women that needed to hear this because you've been allowing other people to drive. They have no license. They're not very good drivers. They have no idea where you're going. Drive yourself. I love you. Be blessed. And I'll see many of you at the very top. Bye-bye.